today we're going to Arlington Cemetery, and then I have a surprise for you guys. The goal is to see the changing of the guards, and then we have reservations at a local spot for 11 a.m. Not too much yesterday. Went to the comedy show. Could not record, could not do any type of audio. Cool little spot. That one comedian was bombing bad. Do you remember that? He was terrible. It feels awkward. I don't like the energy.
Because it is awkward.
I mean, he was bombing, so he was weird. The first two were straight, though. And if we weren't so tired, we would have had a better time, but we got out of there early. You'll never guess who showed up to spend the morning with us. Sasha!
Look, saint versus sinners, the poor versus riches, top ramen place versus 5-star dinners. Wonder why I fit in, the humblest beginnings. Had to take some losses before I saw my first winnings. Silver line grinning, poverty line thinning. My life is like a movie and the plot just thickened. Came from broken homes trying to break the old traditions. Left my old ways for my future acquisitions. I know, no such thing as playing both sides. I know, life is better in the dope ride. I know, the water better in the low tide. Music better amplified, staying down for upsides. I know, no such thing as playing both sides. I know, the life is better in the dope ride. I know, the water better in the low tide. Music better amplified, staying down for upsides. I know, 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 I know. Came up off the egg.
To Annapolis. When I tell you it's giving New Jersey, feel like I should just keep on driving and go see mama. Adrian went to go check on parking. We have a reservation at 6:45 and it's about 10 minutes after 6 now, so we're gonna explore this little town and see what it has to offer. All right, y'all, so we're back at the hotel. Parking was real sus tonight. However, we did find a place to park on the street, kind of like around the corner from the hotel. And parking on the street is free in this area after 6:30 p.m. So it's from 6:30 p.m. to 7 a.m. So we're good because we'll be out of here probably around 4 a.m. so that we can drop the rental off by 5 and then do all the things and catch the flight at 7. But we made a pit stop to this place called, what is it called again? Ben's? Apparently they're known for their chili cheese fries. Budget and D here on the YT said something to me about Ben's, and then when I mentioned it to Adrian, his friend had mentioned it to him. Adrian got some chili dogs, some onion rings, and some chili cheese fries. I'm gonna taste some of that, and then we're probably just gonna chill. Kind of bummed that the iPad is not working. You can control the whole room with the iPad. When I called downstairs, they said that it was a global issue. That was this morning. Still tonight, the iPad is not working, so that's kind of a bummer. I mean, you could control the lights and everything with these switches on the wall, but I don't know how to turn on the TV because there's no remote. And I was turning the TV on and off with the iPad. So smart stuff is smart until it's done. It's kind of taken away from the experience. But how's the chili dog, Adrian? This looks good. This is how chili cheese fries supposed to look. You got a fork? Oh, I know it's gonna be good because they gave you the cheap fork. All right, let's go ahead and get that first bite. The chili got a little kick to it. Did you taste the kick? Mm-hmm. I like them, they're good. Time to go home. We just made it to the airport. This airport definitely isn't busy like the one in Atlanta. Tired, y'all. Went to bed, probably got about 3.5 hours of sleep. And the airport was 40 minutes away from our hotel, but it was a cool ride because wasn't nobody on the road at 4 something in the morning.
Yeah, you know it's automatic. Yeah. Tell Trev leak the hard drive, I'm ever caught in traffic. Don't let a label milk my name, just give my mom the cash. It's a new era, same pro, and I want all the static. I've been killing since some tours were static. Yeah. Even before we in the basement and recorded magic. Yeah. Who would've known? They know my name in South Africa. 15-hour flights, I land and then perform these ballads. Okay. Sparring sessions, but it's never padded. Woke up in Wonderland once I followed the white rabbit. I've been running for miles, it's hard to keep my balance. Papa Doc, these other rappers, if I'm ever challenged, baby. Yeah. Battle tested, but it's me who been my hardest foe. Confused with how I feel because it's hard to show. Grateful for my past, but got so far to go. My heart been on my sleeve, you watch me bleed, I got the scars to show. And we still on this yellow tape, bro. Is there gold at the end of the rainbow? Hey. And we still on this yellow tape, bro. Hey.
Alright, y'all, so I'm back home and I just wanted to note a few things about my trip. First of all, thank you, Tasha, for taking time out of your schedule to link with Adrian and I. You know, I'm always telling people, if you're in my area, hit me up. Because I'm trying to make time to come see you, especially when we're thousands of miles away. So if you take it upon yourself to come most of the way, I want to meet up with you. That's how I am. I always tell people it's the Atlanta area for me. Like I told my mom the other day when I came back, she said, it's like 3.5, 4 hours away. I mean, it's not close. That's close for us Southern folks. Now, when I lived up north and you talking about 4 hours, listen, I didn't want to drive from northern New Jersey to Plainfield. But now that I've been in the South all these years, 4 hours, that's a day trip. For that reason is why I hit up Tasha and I was like, yo, I'm about to be in your area. Tasha and I met through YouTube and you know, we talk all the time now. I couldn't imagine going to her hood and not letting her know I was in her hood. I hit her up, I was like, look, you wanna do brunch? We gonna write you in pen. And she was like, yeah, put me on the schedule. So, another thing I wanna say about this trip was that I'm really like feeling boutique hotels. I saw some boutique hotels I wanted to stay at in Annapolis. I have to look them up, but that is gonna be my thing. I mean, we're still gonna do Hilton because Adrian's the Hilton Honors member and he be getting free rooms and all that kind of stuff. I want to do boutique hotels. I am so happy I got to go to DC, even though you can't do all of DC in 2 days. I am so glad I got to do it because it was on my bucket list. My bucket list, y'all, is filled with things to do. There's restaurants I want to try. There's places I want to visit. Washington State is on my bucket list. Alaska is on my bucket list. Going back to California as an adult is on my bucket list. Even though I've been to Texas, staying in Houston is on my bucket list. I still want to go to Chicago. Adrian has been to Chicago multiple times. I have so many places that I want to visit here. I was just talking to D about this. The internet will have you thinking that you're not traveling unless you're going overseas. That's just a lie from the pits of hell. All in all, I say do what you want to do and don't let these people on the internet and the latest trend get you to do stuff that you really don't want to do. I do want to go to Canada. My friend Amaru, which you guys saw in the vlog last year, lives over there by like the Netherlands and all that. I want to go check him out. And my brother's girlfriend and my brother's girlfriend's family, they have property in DR and my mom wants to go to DR. DR was not on my radar until my mom said she wanted to go. So I was like, okay, if she want to go, then I'll fix my mind around that. But other than that, nothing's really on my radars. So now what I want to do is tell you about the hotel because the hotel was like no other hotel that I've ever stayed at. So first of all, let me start by saying that I love this hotel. This hotel is so modern. The art was thebomb.com. It gives yuppie vibes and it's like no hotel that I've ever been to. Upon doing some research about the hotel, I learned that the owners are Dutch. So some of the things about the hotel kind of made more sense, like the fact that it was very, very high tech, because over there they've been doing this. This is not new to them. Also, it gives you kind of hostel vibe. I've never stayed in a hostel, but I have seen movies, and essentially they're there so that you can like rest up and get back in the streets the next day. And that's kind of how this hotel is to a certain degree. Like, the rooms are very, very small. It reminded me of our cruise ship room that Adrian and I had when we went on our cruise. Like I said, you can control everything with the iPad. When the iPad is working, the room is not built for you to be in there, but to sleep, take a shower, go to the bathroom, and get changed. They want you out and about in their hotel. Also, if you wanted to iron your clothes, you had to go down to the hallway to Iron Heaven, which was a room that had an ironing board and an iron in it. There's no space to iron in your room. The thing I want to point out is that this is going to be kind of like self-service. Remember when we checked in, we were at a kiosk. So you check yourself in and somebody's there to help you if you need help, but you also create your own room key. There was a guy in the hotel that was talking to one of the workers, and he told them that he requested, new sheets for his bed. So he went out for the day. Well, when he came back, the sheets were on his bed, literally sitting there folded. Like, they did not put the sheets on his bed. He was like, the sheets are sitting there. Like, why didn't they put them on the bed? Even when I bought my little souvenir pillow, I was expecting this souvenir pillow to come the way I saw it. No, I had to take the pillow out the package, take the clothes out the package, dress the pillow myself, and I just wasn't feeling that. Their sitting areas are so vibey. You have an area where you could work on your computer and get things done that you need to get done, and then you have an area where you could just chill, and then there's meeting rooms. It just has everything that you need. Also, because of all the art, it's so Instagrammable. So if you're trying to take pictures or something like that, there are so many photo opportunities for pictures at this hotel. Even standing in front of the hotel is a vibe. Now, I mentioned this before, but there is no parking, so you're gonna have to utilize street parking, or you're gonna have to find yourself a parking garage. We had to put our rental in a parking garage when we got there early Friday morning because we could not find any street parking, and we did not take that car out until Saturday early evening, and that cost us $65. And a lot of times the max parking on the street is like 2 hours. If you were paying attention, you saw the cost that we paid to stay there, and it might have seemed like a lot, but really the room itself was only like $100 and something for the night. It was actually cheaper than if we would have stayed at like the Marriott or something like that. The breakfast is not included. You have to pay extra for that. So now take the cost of the hotel and add $20 a night per person for breakfast. Add another almost $70 for taxes and fees. You see what I'm saying? This, in my opinion, is a staycation hotel. I did not see one child there. This is not the type of hotel you bring your little kids to. Now, if you got older kids, like teenagers and stuff, and it's just going to be the two of y'all, yes, because the max occupancy for these rooms are 2 people. It's not that type of vibe, okay? Not to mention, there's a sushi bar on the top floor, and Adrian and I went up to there, and let me tell you, it was a vibe. It transported you to another place and another time. You didn't even feel like you were in the hotel. Now, we didn't stay because we didn't have time to do all that. But I said the next time I go, if I stay in that hotel, I'm going to go back to that sushi bar, get me some sushi and chill because it was packed out up there. Also, the staff kind of moves slow as far as like the cafe and stuff like that. And I don't know if it's because they have a high turnover rate or because they were new and learning, but they just moved like molasses. And then they're not as thorough as far as communication. Me and Adrian put in an order and she had forgot to charge us for something, but she went ahead and made the order. Then we doubled back because we wanted to get a bite to eat. And there was an extra charge on the second order, and I thought it was because she put the food order in twice. So I was actually expecting 2 sets of nachos. So when we didn't get the second set of nachos, Adrian went over there and was like, did you put in the second set of nachos? Because we were just gonna eat it anyway. And she was like, no, I charged you for what I had forgot to charge you for the first time. I don't feel like that's how that should have went, because if it was Starbucks would have took the L. So I feel like they should have took the L. And if she wanted to charge us for what she forgot to charge us for on the first order, then she should have communicated that. But it was kind of like that with all of them. I think they were trying their best, but like I said, maybe they were new or they just didn't have a really good grasp on communication and customer service. So because of all those things, the lack of communication / the inefficiency of the staff, the self-service kind of vibe, the lack of parking, and the size of the room, and the fact that the iPad wasn't working for half of our stay, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. And I still think that that's pretty generous. So that tells you that I really, really enjoyed that hotel. So obviously, y'all, it's a completely different day. I just wanted to come on here and end the vlog and say thank you for tuning in. And until next time, people, peace.